Welcome to Chronicles of My Inner Worlds. Today, we're going to dive deep together into a really profound and transformative journey. This is from a spiritual hypnosis of reconnection session. It's the 26th of the 2025 season where Christophe is guided by Vincent. And stick around because we're going to close this out beautifully with an original piece of music born directly from the energy of this very session.
All right, let's jump right in with the first big idea. The session asks us to totally flip the script on how we look at challenges. Instead of seeing conflict as this big thing we have to fight against, what if we treated it like a situation that needs immense care, precision, and just total awareness?
And that leads us to this first really striking metaphor. The session presents life, especially when things get tough, as a minefield. It's this landscape that doesn't demand aggression from us. Instead, it asks for a state of complete awareness to get through it safely. So, to get through this field, we need to adopt what the Source calls the D minor mindset. Now, this isn't about fighting or being on the attack. No, it's the complete opposite. It's about being hyper-awake, using every single one of your senses, your sight, your hearing, your touch, maybe even the feeling in the air, to sense the hidden dangers and clear a path forward without causing an explosion. And this is where the real purpose comes in. See, it's not just about surviving, it's about transformation. When you're fully present and you carefully remove those threats, you can turn a hostile, dangerous space back into a sacred one. You make it safe and open for yourself and for everyone else again. Okay, so now that we have this powerful decanter mindset, the session puts us at a crossroads. It's a fundamental choice. We're standing at a fork in the road with two totally different ways of living our lives stretched out in front of us. And you can see the contrast is pretty stark here. On one side, you've got the path of illusion. It's described as, being lost in a desert, chasing after mirages. It's a journey that's all about trying to prove you're right, and it completely drains you. But then there's the other path, the path of presence. This one is all about drawing from an inner source, feeling a real, tangible life force, and moving forward not out of desperation, but with joy. And to make this feeling really tangible, the Source gives us this beautiful image. The path of presence is like being a little kid, just joyfully and openly reaching out your arms, not to grab anything, but just to connect with the world, with the people around you. It's that pure, enthusiastic impulse toward life itself. So choosing the path of presence sounds great, right? But how do we actually find this inner source it's talking about? Where does all this nourishing energy actually come from? Well, the session gives us another brilliant metaphor to help us get it. The process is compared to a vine. Just imagine your own being is like a vine planted in the most difficult, rocky, dry soil. From the surface, it looks impossible, right? But that vine has this natural, deep-rooted ability to find the underground source of water, that aquifer, that allows it not just to survive, but to truly thrive and grow. That's what finding our inner source is like. And connecting to this source, it's not just about getting by. The Source uses this amazing French phrase, lente et savoureuse, which translates to something like slow and savory. It's this joyful, moment-by-moment experience of really tasting our own authenticity, becoming more and more ourselves with every step. And this is where the journey builds to its climax. Because once we connect to that deep underground source, something absolutely spectacular starts to happen. That gentle flow of water transforms into something much, much more powerful. The Source makes a really key point here. This life force, this élan vital, it's presented as one single unified energy. It's not broken up into pieces, it's one vast, powerful current. And we only see its true nature when we stop trying to hold it back. This quote just captures it perfectly. When we stop trying to contain or control this inner energy, when we just let it be, it doesn't just trickle out, it erupts. It becomes a geyser, bursting out with so much power and life that it can make the most barren deserts all around us bloom again. And right here, this is probably the biggest takeaway of the whole thing. This incredible, world-changing power, it's not some goal you have to work for or an objective you need to achieve. It's not about more effort. It's the natural, almost effortless result of just letting go. Our greatest power is unleashed not by doing more, but by releasing control. So, finally, how do we use this incredible geyser-like power in our daily lives? Well, the answer, according to the source, is found in a simple but really profound play on words that connects us right back to our very core. The source draws this beautiful connection here between two words. Our originality isn't something we have to invent or create out of thin air. It's the natural, authentic expression of our origine, our origin point. It's the unique way that our deep inner source, our personal geyser, expresses itself through us. And this just reframes our whole idea of what purpose is. It's not a list of tasks to check off a list or a job title you have to get. It's a contribution. It's a way of being in the world. It's your unique energy flowing outward as an offering to the beauty of life, just like that geyser nourishes the desert. And look at that. We've come full circle, right back to that simple, powerful image we started with, the open, trusting, and joyful movement of a child reaching out. That's the feeling of our originality flowing. It's not a thought, it's a feeling, a simple, pure movement towards connection. So this explainer leaves us with a really powerful thought to take with us. Just look at your own life, your inner world and your outer world. Where is there a dry, barren desert? And what might happen if you stopped trying so hard to control everything and just allowed your own authentic inner geyser to flow? And now let's move on to the musical composition inspired directly by the session. If you liked this episode, click the thumbs up, leave a comment to share how you felt, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future journeys in Chronicles of My Inner Worlds. And if what you heard today touched you, share this episode with someone. Sometimes just letting that energy flow can make all the difference. See you very soon on the next inner journey.
This desert of constraints and fear, where our step sink into doubt, attention vibrates deep within us, between what we think we should do and what truly calls us.
We sometimes believe violence is justified, like a hidden trap beneath our feet. But we must disarm it with gentleness, like a bomb technician in hyper-pressure.
The violent pulse, this river rising, this endless spring within us, that waters the parched lands and brings the impossible back to life. The violent pulse, original soul,
from which our authenticity flows.
let me dance with this force that connects us to the
Two paths open before our steps. One leads to the desert of illusion, where we chase mirages, holding tight to the need to be right.
The other is the vine in arid soil that plunges its roots deep down toward the hidden aquifer, drawing life where all seems dead. The vital pulse, this river rising, this endless spring winter that waters the parched lands and brings the impossible back to life. The violent pulse, original soul,
From which our authenticity flows.
let me dance with this force that connects Christmas in the trenches, when soldiers laid down their weapons. A surge from the heart swept away orders and brought forth a fragile truce.
That childlike joy of meeting one another, of reaching out a hand without condition. It's the universal call that moves through us, inviting us into communion.
Stop seeing all virtual chains that exist only in your mind. See, struggling against limits that fade in the light.
Breathe, feel this source within you, this presence here and now. Release obsessive control and listen to what lives inside.
The vital impulse, this river rising, this endless spring within us that waters the parklands and brings the impossible back to life. The vital impulse, original source.
From which our authenticity flows.
Let me dance with this force that connects us to the infinite. Originality isn't about surpassing, but expressing your unique beauty. Like every flower in the garden, contributing to the whole without rivalry.
Your personal touch, your signature is a gift to the entire world. Don't compare, just be the missing note in the melody.
The vital impulse, this river rising, this endless, this spring within us. Even in the desert of solitude, it continues to flow within me. The vital impulse, original soul.
That never ever runs dry.
Even when I can no longer hear it, it whispers deep inside me. Don't give up when all seems empty. The inner source always springs forth. Let yourself be carried by this energy and dance with the infinite.
In the silence of deep sleep, the soul integrates what the mind cannot grasp.